sometimes I use my phone as an external camera, but it doesn't always connect. And tonight is one of those nights. So you are just getting some lo-fi vibes. And hopefully it's better anyway, for sleep and relaxation. But I wanted to come on here and make a video for you guys. I recently went on vacation, and just wanted to do a little ramble about that vacation. It's a yearly vacation that we do, and it's always a good time. And so we went up to my wife's family's lake house for a week. We live in the south, and they have a lake house up in the northeast U.S., where we go every week for the 4th of July. And it's like on a little private lake up there. Like one of those towns where like everybody knows everyone. And we go up there and we kind of just hang out with family and friends, and we just eat and fish and go on the boat and go swimming. And it's one of those towns, it feels like it's out of like a movie or something on the 4th of July, because the town goes all out for the 4th. So every year they do like this huge parade, and I swear it gets bigger and bigger every year, but we'll get to that. So we are up there for a little over a week. We drove up there from where we live, which is a really long drive. It took us basically all day to get up there. And so we get up there, and we have about a week to hang out. So my wife had never been to New York City before, and so we decided that, you know, on our way up we were going to stop off in New York. And we had originally planned for like an overnight trip. We were gonna stay, you know, a day, see New York, stay the night, and then do another like half day in New York. But you know, we were so eager to get to the lake that we just cut the trip short to New York by a day. And so it was a whirlwind tour of New York. I had been before, and so I wasn't as, you know, needing to see everything. But we got to see some stuff that neither of us had seen. I hadn't seen it while I was up there. So we did that. It was good. It was a lot of fun. We went and saw Central Park. Got some bagels. Some really, really good like bagel sandwiches. Chef's kiss. From Liberty Bagel. And had like a really good like jalapeno bagel. It was like really spicy. Like I'd never had a spicy bagel before, but it was really good. And then we drank a lot of coffee. So we did that, and then we went on to the lake, and not a lot happened. That week it was really just a good, relaxing week, for the most part. So yeah, we really just swam. Ate a lot of good food like burgers and dogs and hot dogs. You're just classic summer food. And just chilled in the lake. Some family friends came into town for that as well, and so they were there. And then on the 4th itself, my wife decided that it would be a great idea for all of us to run a 10K. And I used to run, I ran a lot more in high school, playing football and track. But, I haven't run seriously in years. And we'd been kind of, we've been running regularly, but, kind of as part of our fitness journey. But I am nowhere near, being able to run a 10K at this point in time. So she signs us up for this 10K, and like I was saying, I don't run seriously. I'm trying to get back into it. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get cooked in this 10K. So we go up to get our bibs and get our t-shirts for the 10K. And I'm like, hey, I need to slot into the 5K instead. I am just not prepared for the 10K. So they changed me into the 5K, and the next day it's the 4th. So like I said at the beginning of the video, the town goes all out for the 4th. I mean, the first thing they do is the 5K, 10K. They have like a farmer's market, slash craft market set up in the little town square. And, they do a parade every year. And, so we run the 5K. I run the 5K, and everybody else runs the 10K. I think like my brother-in-law and sister-in-law ran the 5 with me, and then like some cousins of ours ran the 5. And then my wife and one of our other cousins run the 10. And I was so embarrassed because I left my good shoes at home, and we're running in like record-breaking heat for this area. Like it's in the 90s, which like it is never in the 90s here. Probably not in the 90s. It got up to like 95 later that day, which is like unheard of, but it was probably in like the 80s. So I get to the first hill, and I have to stop because my calves tighten up so painfully, and that throws me off for the rest of the race. So my time is horrible. last like half mile. And the 10K people, the 10K leaders are passing me. What? They are passing me, finishing the 10K quicker than I finished the 5. It was a humbling experience. So I finished the 5. I won't even tell you my time. It was bad. But I was like, I did it. And I feel good about my, for my first ever, like, real race. I could have been better, but it's like, whatever. We're only getting better from here. Our cousin went so hard that he threw up, apparently, at the finish line. So that was funny. He was telling us that he ran the little arch and then threw up. So after that, we went and walked around the farmer's market and bought some stuff. My sister-in-law got like a really nice quilt, and it was really good. And then we watched the parade, and I swear this parade gets longer every year, and it's so much fun. But we went and sat down. We had put chairs out the night before. This is literally the type of town where you can just leave your chair on the side of the road in town and it won't get stolen. I mean, truly, like something out of, like I don't know how to describe this town. It's like something out of like a teen coming of age movie. I mean, it's really that, like, just that quintessential small town America. So we get to our chairs and we sit down and the parade starts. And, you have like your classic fire trucks and, floats and stuff. And people running by, throwing candy for the kids and stuff. It was really a lot of fun. Then you have like you have some people who you're like, why are you in the parade? Like, there was a whole section of just like the most basic Jeeps ever, like not even decorated. And I'm like, okay, nobody cares about your basic Jeep. We're here for like the fire truck. We're here for, the float of the guy dressed up as George Washington or whatever. I don't care about your Jeep, respectfully. So we sat at this parade for probably, I don't know, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. And so we were all sitting there eating candy, because there were some kids next to us, and they just spray and pray on the candy throw. So some of it was hitting us, and we were, just taking some of it and giving the rest to the kids next to us. But that was a lot of fun. So after that, we went back to the lake, and jumped in, because by this point it's like boiling hot. And then we had to prep for like the 4th of July festivities. So get like all the condiments ready for like burgers and dogs, and kind of just get the house tidied up and all that. So we did that, and then the whole family came down, and we all out on the lake for an hour or so. That was a lot of fun. And so then we came back, and we kind of had a long time to kind of wait until the fireworks started. So we kind of sat around and played games and just talked, and then the fireworks started once the sun went down. And this year, apparently a bunch of people around the lake chipped in for a couple of the houses to really go all out on the fireworks. So we had fireworks going for like 3 hours, just, going off at like 3 or 4 houses on the lake. It was insane. So we were out there on the boat in the dark watching the fireworks, and it was so much fun. And then after that, we all went to bed because we were leaving the next day to come home. And so we went to bed, got like 4 or 5 hours of sleep, and then drove all the way back home on Sunday. So I am very tired. I'm still catching back up on sleep. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. And this trip was especially kind of poignant because I don't think we're going to be able to make it up next year, just with me graduating from law school and having to start studying for the bar, which happens in July, like the end of July. So I'm going to be in the last push, time at that point. So I don't think we're going to be able to go up for a couple years, for the 4th at least. So this was kind of a good note to go out on for a little bit, until we can get up there again. But yeah, it was great vacation.